Also ahead, some Yonkers homeowners could find themselves in a big legal mess with the city over some tickets over litter. We'll be right back. In other news, as News 12 first reported Thursday, police are going after the city's worst offenders of the litter laws here in Yonkers. Property owners who've repeatedly been issued warnings and tickets with no response could find themselves in jail unless they comply and do it immediately. News 12 Westchester's Tracy Everson is in the newsroom tonight with the dirty details. Tracy.
Well, Janine, we met one of these property owners this spring. At that time, he claimed racism played into the tickets he got, but the city's inspector general determined that was not the case. Now he's turned himself in, and the kind of violations he faces are ones code enforcement officers write up on a daily basis. In May, we met Albert Fakori complaining about the dozens of tickets and warnings he'd gotten in Yonkers for litter violations at various properties he owns, including this one at 47 Linden Street. Now Fakori is on a city list as one of 5 worst offenders.
Albert Fakori, who has 65 outstanding warrants.
Fakori did go to court Thursday after the mayor announced a crackdown on Yonkers' 5 worst offenders of quality of life violations. Within a week, the landlord must pay a $10,000 fine or face jail time with high bail.
People who live in Nodine Hill, people who live throughout Southwest Yonkers are as entitled to live in a good, safe, clean neighborhood as people who live in Crestwood, Northwest Yonkers, throughout the rest of the city.
Other landlords are still being sought. The owner of this overgrown lot at 165 Woodworth Avenue, Cora Lowry. Over in the Runyon Heights neighborhood at 56 and 60 Toussaint Avenue, Marie Sander has not responded to numerous building and safety code violations. So the police will now look to arrest them. So when you're driving here, what are you looking for?
Right now I'm looking for litter.
We took a ride with Brian Burke, a city code enforcement officer, as he scours the streets for violations. Back on Woodworth Avenue, a homeowner has left out bulk metal. He leaves a warning notice to contact the city for a special pickup. At another spot on Warburton Avenue, the weeds are taking over.
I'm going to be writing this guy a warning notice for the high weeds. They've gotten to the point where they're encroaching too much on the sidewalk.
Usually, Burke says people do what he asks within a day or two. But at this bodega on Ravine Avenue, he writes a summons for garbage. Property owners who don't comply could also find themselves in more trouble, like the worst offenders Yonkers is now going after. Now the city is still hoping the worst offenders will turn themselves in. Fakori did yesterday, and police tell us another property owner plans to do so next week.
I guess they're already getting results. We know you'll be watching it all for us. Tracy Everson, thank you for that report.